So Eminem did a freestyle on Donald Trump that has gone ridiculously viral with 19 million views thus far. So let's take a look at it and see what the rap god has to offer.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably not, but that's all I got till I come up with a solid. Got a plan and now I gotta hatch it like a damn Apache with a tomahawk. I'ma walk inside a mosque on Ramadan and say a prayer that every time talks.
Well, first of all, you're a filthy kafir. So I don't think they would appreciate you praying in that mosque just this one time in your entire life. The only time in your life when you feel like it, just because you want to do some political stunt PR trick. Like imagine Eminem being interviewed by a journalist like, what made you convert to Islam? Donald Trump, dog. I don't think that's a suitable reason. Second of all, when you're in that mosque, tell me if you see any women.
But we better give Obama props, cause what we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably...
Give Obama props for what? Killing millions of Muslims? Is that it? In 2016, Obama dropped at least 26,000 bombs. That means for every day that year, they blasted combatants and civilians with 72 bombs a day. That's 3 bombs every hour, 24 hours a day. One whistleblower provided the media with documents showing how drone strike operations sometimes only kill 10% of the targets intended. The remaining 90% of people killed are casualties. Oh, and let's not forget the time that Obama and Clinton essentially created ISIS, destabilized the Middle East, and pretty much made the refugee crisis. But sure, let's give Obama props. This is why you have zero credibility. If you want to criticize Donald Trump for something, that's completely fine. But where's all your freestyle raps condemning the atrocities of the liberal government?
And that is the land of unconfirmed.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
Did it have anything to do with your visit?
No, I'm sure it did.
Eminem is a fucking moron. You're not well read on anything, and yet you're shooting your mouth off about politics because the last good album you made was over 10 years ago. Obama is as big of a warmonger as Bush. The only reason you like him is because he's black. So why don't you take that coffee pot and drop it on your cock while it's still hot and make you go like, oh! Because that sure as hell would amuse me a lot more than you being a whore to the establishment.
Better give Obama props, cause what we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust. And while the drama pops and he waits for shit to quiet down, he'll just gas his plane up and fly around till the bombing stops.
What does that even mean? You can't fly away from nuclear fallout, and North Korea would get their ass kicked by America. So what are you even talking about? Not to mention, your little favorite there, Obama, gave Iran nukes before he left office. If anyone wants to go to war, it's Iran. What are you talking about? Clinton was a way bigger risk when it comes to world war, considering her aggressive provocations towards Russia. So electing Trump probably saved the world.
Intensity's heightened, tensions are rising. Trump, when it comes to giving a shit, you're stingy as I am. Except when it comes to having the balls to go against me, you hide them. Cause you don't got the nuts like an empty asylum.
Why would the president fight you? He's too busy fixing the country after what Bush and Obama did to it. Why would he waste his time on you? On even acknowledging you? Or are you referring to a rap battle? Because looking at your shitty kindergarten rhymes here, I'm pretty sure Trump could beat you there as well. By the way, speaking of pussing out, running away, blah blah blah, remember that time you got Donald Trump to endorse you?
Of course I'm right. I'm always right. I'm Donald Trump. I'm always right. I know a winner when I see one. And Donald Trump is telling you right now, Slim Shady is a winner. He's got brains, he's got guts, and he's got Donald Trump's vote. Ladies and gentlemen, our great candidate, Slim Shady.
But I guess it's just really trendy to dislike Trump, now is it? And I just gotta say this, it's pretty funny how rap has this left-wing liberal aura to it, when the values presented in rap are pretty much the moral high ground of a sleazy Wall Street banker. Rap music is all about sacrificing your morals just so you can make money. I mean, just listen to it. The message is to go kill black people, rob them niggas, and then go spend all that money on cheap hookers, fancy rims, crystal, and other material possessions that just don't matter. Fuck going to school, that's not cool. Not only is rap music inherently capitalist, it is also the absolute worst representation of capitalism that there is. Rappers should love Donald Trump because they have more in common with him than not. Just like them, he's an entrepreneur with plenty of bling bling, he gets bitches, and he tells it like it is. And just like rappers, he probably says the N-word every once in a while.
Racism's the only thing he's fantastic for. Cause that's how he gets his rocks off and he's orange.
Did you just make fun of his skin color while complaining about racism?
Yeah, sick tan. That's why he wants us to disband, cause he cannot withstand.
Speaking of sick tan, why do you look half black? You look like a Guido. What happened? You didn't look like this last time I saw you, Eminem. What, you got some reverse Michael Jackson syndrome going there?
Racism's the only thing he's fantastic for.
Trump signs resolution condemning white supremacy groups, and in doing so, the president said, no matter the color of our skin or our ethnic heritage, we all live under the same laws, and we all salute the same great flag. Oof. What a racist.
It's like we take a step forwards then backwards. But this is his form of distraction. Plus he gets an enormous reaction when he attacks the NFL, so we focus on that instead of talking Puerto Rico with gun reform for Nevada, all these horrible tragedies, and he's bored and would rather cause a Twitter storm with the Packers.
What are you talking about? There was plenty of media coverage on Puerto Rico, and Trump even traveled there and then suggested it might be a good idea to wipe out the country's national debt in order to help them out. Are you still on drugs, Eminem? Are you still on drugs? Because this is some really incoherent bullshit right here. You're blaming Trump for the media being sensationalist and people not focusing on bigger problems in the world? If people cared more about actual issues than some petty drama bullshit, the media wouldn't be making a profit off of silly tweets that Trump makes. The news in general would have died out a long time ago.
That. This is for Colin. Ball up a fist. And keep that shit balled. Like Donald the bitch.
I love that group of solemn-looking black men you got standing there. A really nice move, really token.
And any fan of mine who's a supporter of his, I'm drawing in the sand a line. You're either for or against. And if you can't decide who you like more and you're split on who you should stand beside, I'll do it for you with this. You.
Did you just tell all your black fans who voted Trump to go fuck themselves? Well, I'm a white fan of yours, and I've been a really big fan, especially when I was a kid. You were pretty important to me growing up. You were kind of a role model there. I liked your music because it was very edgy, controversial, and often really, really funny. You were kind of like a free speech advocate to me back then. Once upon a time, you actually had something to say that thousands of others weren't already saying. So I think I can decide who I want to stand behind here. I stand behind the US president, because unlike you, Eminem, he has actual power and he's using it to fight globalism and the elite, while you are just simply endorsing these things that hurt ordinary blue-collar people. And sure, he is being curtailed by the deep state, and it is sad to see how little power a president actually has, given all the puppet masters that he's surrounded with, but I still feel like it's a step in the right direction. Whereas you are just pushing propaganda that sounds like it's for the people, when it's actually against the people. You're just a puppet to the establishment now. Defending Hillary Clinton? Really? Have you looked into all this shit that she's been involved in? Obama made race relations much worse than they already were, and yet you're gonna claim that Trump is the racist? Just because he's against illegal immigration? Really? Illegal immigration? Do you understand how retarded that is? Half of America voted Trump. I don't think that half of your entire country are racist. I think that they're just fed up with being told to go fuck themselves for their political views, which are completely reasonable, common sense positions to have. Tell me this, Eminem. Do you think that Japan is racist, given their immigration policy and political climate, their views on multiculturalism? Do you think that Hungary is racist? Do you think Poland is racist? I think people voted Trump because they're sick of a globalism that doesn't benefit them, and they're sick of political correctness. And you used to be against political correctness too, Eminem. Shit, you made songs about killing your ex-wife while you had a little daughter at home, and you maintained that that didn't make you a sexist, that didn't make you misogynist, and yet you are willing to call Trump racist for far less. Huh. Imagine that.